Hello everyone, this is Endgame Mars. We're doing another unboxing, another breakdown, another demo. This is Abzu. Hopefully I'm saying that name right. Abzu. Well, anyway, this is a from the creators of the Journey and Flower game. I believe so anyway, because it's just there's so much similarities from the games that it has to be within the same developing group or something. I don't know if it's from the same original team, but there's no way that these games cannot be correlated to being the same. If I'm completely wrong, I'm completely wrong. But anyway, Abzu is just a simple, relaxing, non-stressful kind of game, much like the Journey and the Flower games. Because if I recall correctly, the creators of those two games, the original Journey and Flower, he said that games nowadays are often too stressful, and he wanted to create games that were a little bit more calming and more peaceful to the mind. Not to say there wasn't any kind of like gameplay or any kind of thing, but just more of a relaxing experience where you go through the emotions than trying to branch out and trying to stress yourself with side quests and constant exploration and the seriousness of the story or the seriousness of the situation. Well, Abzu's no different from that. It's just like Journey, the best way to describe it. And I personally really love the Journey and Flower games. Now, I cannot say this game is as good as those two games, but I'm not trying to say this game is bad. It's definitely for those who are a big fan of the ocean and those who love to go swimming. Now, I'm a big fan of swimming as well. I love to go to the swimming pools and everything like that. I love to go swimming. It's one of the most relaxing things ever. And that's also, as we're on that note, I want to point out that this game is extremely relaxing. As in, if you're like a little bit tired or if you've had a stressful day, you might not want to pop this game, because there was often times that I was dozing off because of the music, of the atmosphere, and just the sounds of the water and the ocean. Now, you might be able to have a different experience than mine, but I'm often tired or something like that, and these kind of classical music and this kind of soft and graceful atmosphere really puts me to sleep. Now, I'm not saying the game is boring like certain other games. I would say that I've fallen asleep because I was just a pure boredom from the game. This was more, I was so relaxed from the calm atmosphere and just the world that it is in. It's one of those games that you have to experience it. That's why it's more not really a game, it's more of an experience. Now, bear that in mind if you're making this purchase on this game, because if you're prying this expecting a long and definite gaming experience where you're going to have lots of upgrades and hidden potential and a great depth story and stuff like that, then you're going to be disappointed. This is just like Journey and Flower, where it's just more symbolic for its settlement of this design. So bear that in mind if you're looking to buy something with more gameplay functions. This is not that place. But if you're someone who really appreciates artistic gaming and just simpler gaming and just the appreciation of different forms of gaming for that matter, then yeah, I think you might really enjoy this game. As I said though, this is a more relaxing and simple game. Now, there is some hidden stuff here and there, like you can find these little items that will appear in a special location, as well as you find these little ponds, like little ponds of water that you just saw me pass by, and if you activate those, new fishes will appear in this location. It's just one of those little things you can go looking around for, but not really looking around, because it's not really that hidden. All you've got to do is just look for the obvious spot that looks like something when somebody would hide something, and it's there. So it's not like you're really exploring really deep to find these things. At least I didn't have a hard time finding most of everything in this game. As well as there is a meditation area. As I said, this game is so about relaxing. There's a meditation stone where you examine the stone and you just stand there and you relax and just be calm, and you can explore and look at all the fishes, and it'll tell you all the fishes' names, and you just follow the fishes in this meditation mode. Now, but to be specific, in the meditation mode, it's a little hard to navigate between fishes because you got to navigate through. It's not like you can just openly move around. You have to jump to each fish, so sometimes it can be kind of actually stressful to try to land on the fish you want to see this name of or something like that. So yeah, it's kind of productive there. If you're trying to make me not get stressed, you're stressing me out trying to pick the right fish. But that's the only little gripe. The other little gripe would be that sometimes it can be kind of hard to control the character. Some moments you just be doving off in one direction, the next minute you'll be on another direction, and camera can be a little wonky at times too. But other than that, the gaming experience I had with it was really good. Now, the game's not very long. You'll beat it really quickly, which I did. But it's not that disappointed in my opinion. I knew what I was getting into, just like Flower and Journey. If you know what you're diving into, you won't be disappointed in that part. It's mostly for the consistent of the music and the atmosphere of the game, as well as the ability to swim and go and explore see the world in such a design. Now, when it comes to swimming, there is just a simple hold R2 and you'll accelerate as a simple little like swim. But if you press X and you hit the time X, you don't just keep tapping it. You got like press X, wait for a motion, press X, wait for a motion, then you press X again, and you'll do a big boost. You gotta bear that in mind. Don't just keep mashing the X button. You gotta time it, and then you'll be able to swim at a much faster pace. And at times, this is kind of cool. It gives a little bit more creativity within the gameplay, but also can be kind of, a little cumbersome to have to constantly follow this motion of pressing X at the right time. Because if you mess up, you have to wait a little bit before you can start it up again. So, yeah, it was a kind of little annoying in that part as well. But nothing that I can't say it's game breaking or anything like that, or ruins the gaming experience for what it's trying to be. Abzu was one of those interesting games that you want to put on your collection just for this uniqueness, as we've come to know from these kind of created games from Journey and Flower. They're just very unique and interesting gaming experiences that you don't really find too often. And as I said, there's no voice acting, there's no deep story. Most of the story, it's between you having to figure out and understand what's being told. It's more symbolic, as I said. Now, there's not really anything massively engaging. It's just gorgeous to look at and very calming to play. And it's just one of those unique games that I do believe if you're a collector, you might want to have your collection. Now, the only thing I say they could have added to make this value a little bit more interesting is that it included a physical disc, CD disc, for the soundtrack of the game, because the soundtrack's amazing. It's a very classical music from violins and pianos and all that stuff. It's a very orchestra music, and I really enjoy those kind of things. I really enjoy violins and pianos. There's one of my most favorite instruments right there. And I really, really appreciate the atmosphere that it was trying to bring off with those instruments. So, like I said, I wish they would have provided a soundtrack with the game. And I thought that would have brought more value to the purchase. Make the buyer felt like he got more for the bang out of this buck. Because now, not only will you get to play a unique game, you get to take the music with you without having to buy it separately. So, as like always, I will leave links down in the description if you're interested in a copy. But again, I must stress that if you're looking for engaging gameplay, this game's not going to give you that. So, bear that in mind. But if you're interested in just what you see here, then, hey, don't let me hold you back. Pick it up. It's well worth a gander. So, thank you all for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me. And as I've always said, I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!